General Hospital spoilers, Ryan Chamberlain's possible kill list of women. General Hospital spoilers have learned that murder is about to visit Port Charles once again. Since switching places with his brother Kevin Collins, Ryan Chamberlain, John Lindstrom, has been able to ignore his murderous instincts. That will all change this week as Ryan claims his first victim in years. Ryan has a score to settle with nasty nurse Mary Pat. So far, Carly Corinthos, Laura Wright, has had 2 run-ins with her former Ferncliff bully nurse Mary Pat, Patricia Bethune. It's a safe bet that Ryan isn't a fan of hers either. Except for his revenge on the nasty nurse will have more of a, shall we say, personal touch. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Mary Pat could likely be the first to die at Ryan's hands. Kiki Jerome Haley Aaron, who is likely living on borrowed time with Ryan, seems to have bonded with Ava Jerome Maura West. GH spoilers hint that the killer could seek revenge on her daughter for her. Ava has talked to Ryan thinking he's Kevin on more than one occasion about her anger towards her daughter Kiki, Haley Aaron, even going so far as to get Ava to admit that she's thought about killing her firstborn. This would likely be a murder that would shock General Hospital to its core. Stella Henry gets in Ryan's ways. Stella Henry, Vernee Watson, embodies everything Ryan hates about women. Not only is she controlling and domineering with everyone except maybe for Mike Corbin, Max Gale, but she talked to Ryan as though he was insignificant. That's a big no-no. Ryan could very well decide that it's time that Stella permanently loses her groove. Alexis Davis is now on Ryan's radar. Recently, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Graham, has resumed therapy with Kevin. In her latest session, she talked about how she tries to control the lives of her children. Alexis could very well have talked herself onto Ryan's new hit list. It is possible that the next time Alexis goes to see Ryan at General Hospital, she could find herself as his next victim. General Hospital Kim Nero, a surprising victim during her session with Kevin, Alexis talked about her latest client, a young man who was being forced into treatment against his will by his mother. It won't take Ryan long to figure out that Kim Nero, Tamara Braun, is the person Alexis was talking about. Ryan might decide to help Oscar Garenstedt divorce his mother outside of the courts. With both Kim and Ryan spending so much time at GH, this easily puts the good doctor in Ryan's sights. How many victims will Ryan claim before the switch is discovered? I'm back to TV show's Ace for more on GH. In the dramatic, twisted world of General Hospital, one character consistently stands out as a relentless villain, Ryan Chamberlain. Played masterfully by John Lindstrom, Ryan is one of the most sinister, cunning, and dangerous criminals to ever haunt Port Charles. Throughout the years, he's left a trail of chaos and blood, most notably targeting women with an obsession that veers into sadistic territory. The question that has resurfaced in recent storylines is this: could Ryan Chamberlain have another kill list of women in his sights? While Ryan Chamberlain is technically locked up in Spring Ridge, a minimum security prison, fans know all too well that Ryan is not someone who can be kept down for long. Whether through manipulation, calculated moves, or accomplices, he has always managed to wreak havoc in some way, even from behind bars. And though his last death was faked, Ryan's return to the canvas reintroduced a reign of terror that remains one of the most talked about arcs in the show's long history. With his history of obsession with women and his psychopathic tendencies, it wouldn't be surprising if Ryan has a new list of women who could be in danger. Let's break down some potential targets who may find themselves at the center of his madness. 1. Ava Jerome Cassadine. Ryan's obsession with Ava Jerome Cassadine, Maura West, is legendary. After all, he was willing to murder and deceive anyone who stood in the way of his twisted love for her. Their connection began when Ryan posed as his twin brother, Dr. Kevin Collins, and Ava became the ultimate object of his delusional desire. Ryan saw Ava as a kindred spirit due to her own dark past, and in his mind, they were the perfect couple. Although Ava has long since rejected him, Ryan's obsession hasn't faded. He has gone to unimaginable lengths to try to win her over, including killing her daughter, Kiki Jerome. Ava is one of the few women who truly understands the depth of Ryan's madness, and this may make her his ultimate target. If Ryan were to escape or manipulate events from the inside, Ava would undoubtedly be at the top of his kill list. She's moved on with her life, has married Nicholas Cassadine and found some semblance of peace, but Ryan may not be willing to let her live that happily ever after. 2. Felicia Scorpio. Christina Wagner has always been a thorn in Ryan's side, and their history dates back to the early 1990s when she was his first fixation. Ryan's obsession with Felicia was the catalyst that ignited his killing spree. Her rejection of him led to numerous attempts on her life, and even years later, their dynamic remains toxic. While Felicia has managed to avoid Ryan's wrath for some time now, her name could easily make its way back onto his kill list. Felicia is a fighter and would never allow Ryan to manipulate her again, but if Ryan is desperate to regain control or settle old scores, Felicia could once again find herself in his crosshairs. After all, he sees her as one of the few women who escaped him, and his pathological need for power might make her a target. 3. Esme Prince, Avery Kristen Pohl, is a newer character in the General Hospital landscape, but her connection to Ryan is undeniable and possibly genetic. Speculation has swirled for months that Esme may be Ryan Chamberlain's biological daughter. The sinister, calculating side of Esme certainly feels reminiscent of Ryan's own nature, especially when she manipulated her way into Port Charles and set about causing chaos for many of its residents. If Esme is indeed Ryan's daughter, it's possible that Ryan sees her as an extension of himself. However, their relationship is far from stable, and in true Ryan fashion, he may view Esme's refusal to fully align with him as a betrayal. Esme has made it clear that she is willing to use anyone and everyone to get what she wants, and if her goals do not align with Ryan's, she could quickly become disposable in his eyes. A father-daughter murder plot is not out of the question, given Ryan's warped moral code. 4. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, is another potential target for Ryan's wrath. Although Ryan hasn't had a deep personal connection with Alexis in the past, her role in exposing dangerous criminals, along with her high-profile position as a lawyer, could put her in his line of fire. Alexis has faced more than her fair share of danger over the years, and she's no stranger to deadly threats. However, Ryan has the ability to spot vulnerabilities in even the strongest women, and Alexis's current state of flux, having recently been released from prison and working hard to rebuild her life, could make her a prime candidate for Ryan's deadly games. Given that Alexis has also taken an active role in investigating and standing up to criminal figures, Ryan could view her as a threat. Whether through direct action or manipulation of others, Ryan may find a way to use Alexis's weaknesses to his advantage, possibly framing her for a crime or pulling her into one of his dark schemes. And if she gets too close to uncovering his plans, her life could be on the line. 5. Trina Robinson, Tibiana Ali, is a more unexpected addition to this list, but her connection to Esme Prince could make her vulnerable. Trina has already been targeted by Esme in a malicious framing plot, which nearly destroyed her future and relationships. If Esme is indeed Ryan's daughter, Trina's ongoing battle with Esme could place her in danger by association. Ryan has never hesitated to harm anyone standing in the way of his goals, and if Trina continues to be an obstacle in Esme's life or worse, if she gets too close to uncovering Esme's true identity, she may inadvertently become a victim of Ryan's wrath. Furthermore, Ryan has always thrived on chaos and destruction, and Trina's bright future, innocence, and strong moral compass could make her a target simply because she represents everything Ryan despises. Destroying Trina's life could be another way for Ryan to exercise control and leave a mark on Port Charles. Conclusion: Ryan Chamberlain remains one of General Hospital's most chilling and unpredictable villains. His obsession with women,